Yeah, I mean, but that ain't. Yeah,
it's
he
like the tip of Atlanta.
He right over there.
Yeah, he was like, just come through and fuck with me, cause I'm interviewing what's the little rapper name?
I don't know.
Not the baby.
Who?
Fuck, you don't know these damn rappers. Little young nigga.
You got your little Tito's.
Ain't that cute?
Get my cup.
You know what?
Nah, I'm already drinking. I don't want to take from you.
I got a whole box of these shit. Look, I gotta get right here. My damn stomach still showing right now.
You a fool, Key. We could have put the like, subscribe right there in front of you. That right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. So you can move back.
Shit.
So you can be on the screen. There you go.
Let me see.
Boom. What you think? Look at your ass.
You know I be goddamn get this shit together. You should have put the thing up there.
What?
The little meme that
What
I
meme?
sent you. About the
Oh, talking about the about the baby daddy and shit.
Yeah.
About it with the fathers and shit. That would have been dope. Oh, almost failed. Tripped and failed. Yeah. What it do, Dope Nation? Welcome to another live stream. Got Kie back. She here to run her mouth, and then Kie. How you doing, Kie? First.
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Let's get your
Right.
microphone.
Tell
Get you.
me how I am. Get me together.
Yeah, I don't wanna. There you go. You in the game. Say hey.
What's up? What it do?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Kie. I forgot what I was finna say about. I had a whole little rundown. But anyway, Dope Nation. Kie hit me up. We supposed to been doing the whole little thing about. And it's crazy though that you said something about this subject because I was on the phone with my baby mom, one of my baby moms, and she was yeah, it kind of went that way. So
I'm trying to find. Okay, so the meme that we was really tripping about that was going viral was somebody posted a sign: "Stop telling fathers they should have fought harder to see their children and start asking mothers why they had to fight in the first place."
Boom. Let me give you a great example of some shit that just happened. Like, just blew my fucking mind. This shit just happened. All right, I'm running the studio here on the South Side, the first podcast studio in the state of Georgia.
Woo-hoo.
So, we just made it through the pandemic. Honestly, I have to work too. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little gig where, I be working at in the morning. I got a little gig at, one of the local car dealerships over here. So, doing what I do, trying to go hard to keep shit pushing. So after I got off at 1. I had a 3 o'clock podcast appointment here, and I'm thinking that, I get off work, go take a shower, go home, take a shower, go get something to eat, and go chill with my daughter, Journey. So
I love her name.
I called her.
Seems like my mic ain't.
What it ain't doing? That's just that.
Okay. All right, I'm OCD. Get me together.
Yeah. So
carry on.
I'm like, okay, cool. I call her. She ain't answer the phone. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just going to get dressed, and she going to call me back by the time I get all my shit together. And then she didn't. So I just ended up going towards the house because I know she was there. So I called her while I'm stopping to get the food. I called her. I'm like, she laying in the bed. I'm like, you sleep? It's about 1 o'clock. I'm like, you sleep? She like, yeah, I just laid down. I'm just now laying down again. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm right down the street to come over. And then, we talking. And she got a little slick mouth. She be saying shit. And
you ain't
so,
a lady mama, daddy.
Yeah, I know. I ain't trying to be evil.
She's always got something to say to her.
But it's just who she is. It ain't that she try it. Where she might. It's just who she is. It's passive, but it's cutting. It's like how people they
passive
shit.
Aggressive.
Yeah, it's sliced.
They say I'm like that too.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a real bad spirit. Like she is one of them people like they so fucking nice that they goddamn. They the worst people to goddamn to have as an enemy, basically. The one that got that, like how she is. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she pregnant right now by another dude. You know what I'm saying? So
This her second.
Yeah, this her second kid. So I'm like, all right. So I go get the food. She started talking to me about that, and then she saying, you got to start, whatever. She like, you got to call her whatnot when you finna come over. I say, shawty, one, I called you. You ain't called me back.
You was taking a nap.
Yeah. So and then I'm calling you right now. Well, she was like, stuff in change. She started talking about, I got another baby finna come. I'm like, she talking about. I just hung up the phone.
What they
Boom.
got to do with you?
I hung up the phone. She texted me back. Don't come over. I say I'm right down the street. Boom. I got the food. Drove right down the street because I'm right there by her house. Went there with her mom's house. She stayed with her mom. Went there. Boom. She gone. I knock on the door. Her sister answered the door. And I'm like, where they just go? Like she literally just sleep. Yeah, she literally would just sleep. And then she gon' like when her sister got there, her sister answered the door, her phone ring. So she like, yeah, he here. I guess she telling him I'm here. I'm like, is this bitch watching me? Cause she just goddamn soon. It's like she called right on cue. And I'm like, okay, she playing. And then this girl, she gonna goddamn text me. Yeah, you need to have respect and boundaries. I told you not to come over and stuff like that. And I'm like, shawty. I say,
first of all, we ain't gonna call her a bitch.
I ain't call her that.
She acting like one. But why do all that though? I mean, did she bring the baby back?
Nah, I ain't even see her. I ain't even going. She trying. So she told me, she was like, I'm controlling her. Like basically, like she saying she controlling my daughter. I'm like, you controlling her? She was like, yes, I have control over her. I say, yeah, you think wrong. Like, yeah, you think wrong.
And all of this just started, like, because you got another baby. Because you pregnant by somebody
else.
And
then whenever you go to... I took a $1,200 DNA test because she pregnant. She asked me to take it. Whenever I found out she was pregnant, I found out she was pregnant because I'm trying to help her lose her gut with the herbs and shit I'm taking.
So y'all still dealing?
Not now. I wasn't even... At that point in time, like, I wasn't dealing with her for months. But the reason why is like I'm trying to sit right here and build this. We was standing when I first moved in over here. We was standing. The pandemic happened and we were just sleeping in this bitch. And I'm like, bro, I got to push the envelope. I got to make this shit go. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, we can't sleep in here like that. We can't do that with me, her, and Journey. I'm like, we can't do that. Then it was like, shit. Then it was like, it would become a schedule because I'm always here trying to do this shit. Then it's like the type of content I'm creating. So it was just always an issue. So I'm like, when she told me she was pregnant, I'm like, shawty, you put me through all that shit. You judging me on everything I got going on, but the only proof of anybody doing something is you because you pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You pregnant. Like, I'm sitting right here, like, whether you understand what I'm doing or not, I know what I'm doing, and I'm praying every day.
And she gonna benefit from it.
You gonna benefit from it.
And you have a problem with it. And see, that's the problem I have, ladies. First of all, we need to understand when we not married or when we are married, when we break up, and you don't just break up from each other, you break up from the kids too.
Yeah.
Even though people don't want to accept that, you do, because outside kids don't get as much as the kid inside. The kid in the house got you all the time, whether you interacting every day and every hour or not. But they sleeping with you, they waking up with you, they seeing you. So it is a big difference.
Yeah.
But the bitterness has got to stop.
Yeah,
like, where the fuck do you figure you control the situation for a child that you didn't create by yourself?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like she giving me ultimatums. It's like she trying to whip me into. I'm like, it's hard because I'm praying. I'm praying and shit like that because I'm trying not to be petty and goddamn immature in my actions. But it's like I can't. For some reason, I can't give a person control over me. And I told her, I'm like, when she hit me with that, she was like, don't come over here. And I'm like, I text her. I'm like, wow, shawty, like you really gave me that much power over you. You would sleep and you pregnant.
And woke up and hard ass.
Took the baby, just so I couldn't. And you know what I'm saying?
Why she so mad though? Why you think she's so angry?
Kie, I feel like I say, like I said this shit in the song I had. I was like, baby mama, they lame because they love you and hating you at the same time. And I wouldn't be able to come up with that analogy if I wouldn't have had to take a $1,200 DNA test, right?
Was that for your baby or the one?
Nah,
she
the new baby, the one she pregnant with now.
So that means y'all was still dealing.
Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you that story. I'm glad you been asking that. No, we wasn't. Like I said, I had been stopped dealing with him. I had stopped dealing with it back in like January. Before
Well,
then,
how would you need to take a pregnancy test then?
because I didn't like. I don't
DNA
remember. I don't be remembering. I don't remember. I didn't remember. Like I do. I knew.
Y'all hear this shit.
Cause she about 5 months. Like think about somebody coming to you, they 5 months pregnant. If you ain't had sex with them in 5 months, you like, oh damn, I know
so
I ain't
prior
fuck
you
with.
was okay.
So I'm like, I know I ain't had sex with her. Did I? You start forgetting. So I'm like, boom. Then like it was just so how quickly she was like, I'm like, cause when she told me she was pregnant, I'm like, ugh. And we started. I'm like, I told my partners them, and I'm like, they like, bro, you sure? Cause last time whenever she told me about Journey was 10 months. Whenever I found out about Journey, yes.
Oh,
when I asked her when she was pregnant with Journey,
just a habit of hers.
yes. Whenever she was pregnant with Journey, I asked her about it, and she was like, nah, it ain't yours. But then I was in a relationship with this chick that was doing reality TV. She watched me. I used to call her Months. I used to call my baby mama Months because she watched me for months before she said something.
That's cute.
She watched me, and I'm.
So have y'all ever been in a real relationship?
Nah,
like,
we just been
always
fucking.
Been fucking.
Yeah.
And you keep getting these incidents where you might be somebody's daddy.
Well, they was just her. But I'm a monogamous fucker, so I was just fucking on her, honestly. Like once cause it's like I went from that relationship and I started trying
Maybe
to build.
That's why she angry. Maybe she want more.
Yeah, I know
and
she
that's
do.
a lot of that. There we go. That's getting into the topic.
Yeah,
then, DG.
I know she do.
A lot of women who are angry, they use the children to fight back for their own emotions.
But she's selfish though. You want me to tell you why she's selfish? You want me to tell you why she's selfish though? Because she literally ruined the whole relationship that I was in because she wanted me when she wanted me. She watched me. She didn't want it. She didn't. When she was pregnant with my baby, she had every opportunity. Once I asked her, "Hey, is that my baby?" She could have said, "I don't know." This time because like I say, she didn't tell me about that. Then I had to go through that. I met Journey at 10. Now she pregnant with this baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone after I talked to my partner. They're like, you know what happened last time? So I call her back. I'm like, hey, you sure that this is not?
This one yours?
Nah, it's not. I'm like, you sure? She was like, nah, but if you want to, we take DNA test. I'm like, how are you pregnant? She was like, we can do it. She hung up the phone, called me back within 5 minutes. You can go tomorrow. Nah, I start. Nah, hell nah. Yeah, I'm like, hell nah. Why don't get him to do it? I'm like, I got real pet. I'm like, get him to do it. He can't do it. Oh my God, she go through all the emotions. He can't do it. Then she be like, he ain't in town and shit. I gotta hear all this. So I'm like, look, that's why I'm like, this Key.
He gonna hear it today.
So I'm like, this Key. I'm sitting right here. I'm like, I'm going through my emotions and shit. I'm like, man. Then I'm talking to this little chick at the time, and I'm telling like she real life getting it in real time what's going on with me because she right there. I'm like, my baby mom pregnant, and when my positive said that, her intent, she be like, yeah, you know, you never know, you know, y'all could a man. Then she go tell me what a man should. A man should always want to know anything he got going. I say, you know what, I am a man. I called that back. I was like, we could do it.
Poke your chest.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could do it, and then you know we went to the place. The lady was like, she had to take like 10 pints of her blood. Mm-hmm. They swabbed my mouth, but they was like, yeah, it's 1,200. They was like, it's 12.
They testing arterial blood for the baby.
Yeah, so I'm like 12. I say, I could use $1,200 right now, and you finna fork it over for this, and I'm like, okay. Then I had to wait 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
So she gotta pay you back though.
Who? I didn't pay none of that money.
Oh, okay.
She paid that. I didn't pay that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay not one dime. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She paid that to prove to me that it wasn't mine.
Oh, wow.
She paid that shit, and I'm like, damn. Okay.
Why would she do that? Why not?
You know why?
The person you think? Cause she
you know why? You know why? Because like what happened to me. She told me no with Journey. They didn't want mine. Then ended up having to come back. Boom. So in my mind, my analytical brain came up with this. She coming to me because we already got a kid. So and she already let me know she pregnant and not like it's another dude. And I'm knowing it's possibly another dude. You know what I'm saying? Because we taking the DNA test, so she ain't got nothing to hide. Whether if it's mine, she already got a kid with me. She probably cut that nigga off. But if it's not mine, she can rule me out and not have to tell him anything about what just happened.
That's why she wasn't asking him because she ain't told him.
She ain't want to tell him.
She didn't want him to
that
know
it was
that
a conflict.
Suspect. Exactly, that you are not. You may not be the only one because now she getting ready to take it to the head.
Yeah.
She can go ahead and play him like a sucker.
Play him like shawty like, and then you talking about, and like I say talking about what you gonna do whenever I move. Like, you already showing me that you ain't, like, because, like, how she dipped with Journey. She was like, what you going to do whenever I move? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shawty, like,
First of all, let's make this clear to our listeners and our viewers. As a woman, you know, as a woman and a mother, I
yeah,
find it so annoying
yeah,
when I hear people say, first of all, as adults, one, you should be able to rule out child support out of your situation.
yeah,
You should be able to talk to your significant other who you lay down with and establish a communicable understanding how y'all gonna support this kid financially, emotionally, physically, time. Who's gonna pick them up from practice? Who's gonna drop them off at school? All this, unless y'all live in
she
different
won't
states
even
and
let a
shit.
nigga goddamn put a nigga on there for the goddamn picking her up for school. Like, I
Oh,
ain't
yeah, she
crazy.
crazy.
It's 2 times I went
So-
up there. She'll beat me. She'll try to. She beat. Like,
Are
I don't
you
even know that. She
serious?
beat me up.
So
There,
this
yeah.
what y'all need to do as men, because I know a lot of
Nah, I
men who
ain't.
dealing with this, and I advocate for you as well as I advocate for my women, because I know some men are deadbeats.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be real.
Let's talk. Let's
You know.
what's the name? Go ahead.
But you have to, like the girl who told you that was good advice. She told you real men want to know. I know guys who have taken care of kids their whole life and they wasn't theirs,
Yeah,
and they knew it and they couldn't get their money back.
yeah.
Like, that's not fair. You know, as a woman, first of all, as a woman, you should know who you lay down with. If you're doing it like that, then you need to go get counseling anyway.
In
Something
real
is
life.
wrong. You're doing too much. There's no way you should not know who your baby's daddy is. If you don't, and say you went out, you stepped out, you did some shit, and now you came back to your person at home or whatever, okay, we give you that. But if this is your pattern every time, something is wrong. You
Yeah.
too promiscuous. You just being nasty. But I think as a man should not only want to know, but he also got to take responsibility for his
Action.
co-parenting.
Yeah.
You know, go on and set your ground rules. Go ahead and
And
chalk out that little money and get your rights. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. That's the thing about it. Like that. That's like, that's probably the fear of most men. Because I know it's mine. Like, and that's why our nuts is in, like, it's almost like in the Rangers, like in their
Take a
hands.
shot off of that.
Because of the simple fact, like, yeah, we could like that shit sound good. That shit sound great as fuck. It sound good, Key. But one thing I don't like is people in my business. Once you get them folks in your business, and then anything can
That's
happen
why I
in
say
life.
you should be able to sit down like adults first.
Yeah.
Now, some people are just impossible.
Yeah.
I had one impossible baby's father.
Okay.
And he was impossible. But at the same time, we still made it work for the sake of the kid. But I knew a lot of stuff he just wasn't going to do. He wasn't going to go out his way to come to practices and do all this type of stuff. But it hurts the kid.
Yep.
It hurts the child in the long run. And if you can sit down with that person and you can say, well, hey, this is how much I can afford to pay. Ladies, get out your fucking feelings. If your man making this much money and he tell you he can afford to do this much, you still made that baby too. So you need to come in and meet right there and do this much. You can't expect one person to do this much while you do this much.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like,
That-
I don't even
that-
understand how you even determine I'm not going to use this person's income, but I'm going to use this person's income. And a lot of states, they don't even use the custodial parent, whether it be the mother or the father. They use the non-custodial parent's income and chew them up. How them people going to live?
Yeah.
They got to be able to live. That's why you should be able to talk first and say, hey, DG, I don't want to see you broke.
But that's the loophole, though, Key. You feel me? All that shit. You
and
say
that's
what
why
you
87% of minorities are the ones that's on child support.
Yeah,
And
but
they don't get it.
That's
Trump
the
on child support, you know that, and
Yeah.
he behind. Yeah. He is. He behind.
that child
And ain't
support
in
for
jail.
beautiful people.
And he
for
still got
bitter
his
people.
license.
Yeah.
Why he still got his license? Why was he able to be president and he behind on child support? $400,000 plus. Why?
He
How?
just don't pay shit. You say black people. He must
don't
got
give
some
a
black
fuck.
in him.
He don't give a fuck. He like fuck. Y'all excuse my language on the Sunday. He like fuck them baby mamas.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay them, but I think that in your case, in a lot of men's case like yours, you have to fight. And this is where this topic becomes so important.
Uh-huh.
He shouldn't have to fight to see your child. You shouldn't have to pull up and I called you.
Yeah.
I do feel like with y'all not being in a relationship is respectful. You don't go to people's house. I don't
That's
care who you
understandable,
got
but
there.
I always,
Make sure they
I
home.
always do that. Like that's not nothing I just started doing. Like when
But
I
she
come,
knew you
I'm like
was
I'm coming. I'm like I'm finna come. Yeah,
you know I'm coming.
yeah.
You know I'm right here, and you still get your ass up talking about you taking a nap, and you
Yeah.
wake up out your nap. Not only just you go get a child and maneuver and commence to leaving this house knowing I'm coming.
Knowing I'm
That's
right
a
here.
problem for me.
Just to
Because
goddamn
that's
prove
petty.
something to me.
Cause she still wants you.
I
That's
know.
all.
That
She
in my mind.
You petty,
I
girl.
wrote that shit on through text message because she was doing this little
She
shit.
gonna
See, I already
follow you?
had.
She gonna see this.
Look, I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know. But I know that goddamn like I'm like the same shit she doing. it's like the text message games, like trying to use them, to try to use them against you.
Yeah.
Like you can start telling like the way they start talking to you through text messages what they trying to do. Cause my son baby mama, she was trying to do that. That's where I learned it from. She was doing it, but she never put me on.
Cute.
Yeah,
So
she never put me on child support. I ain't on no child support.
Well, technically you are, because you still take care of the
Yeah,
child. But through the
what
courts,
I'm saying. That's what I mean.
You keep them people out your business if you can.
Yeah.
And I learned the hard way. I got grown children, but if I could do it all over again, DG, I would advise anybody, keep the courts out of your business. Because one, how is your baby's daddy gonna take care of your child if his license gone?
And if he in jail.
And if he in jail.
And
don't worry about what he buying the other broad or the other babies. Worry about if yours is being taken care of. As long as you are okay and your baby is getting significant things, don't worry about if he bought your baby Jordans and bought this baby over here, or bought this baby Jordans and bought your baby dinosaur shoes. Did your baby like dinosaur shoes?
Yeah.
Maybe so. Long as he's doing what you said the baby need and what the baby needs. And that's another thing I have, another problem I have. Don't go thinking child support is, or caring for your child is monetization anyway. Because if your child's father is able to come to pick them up from school, like you say, this lady don't even have you on the pickup list.
Told me
what
I
if
went
something
on.
happens? You can't depend.
And look, my mama address, because my daughter's school right beside my mama's house.
Why would she not want you to go pick up the kid though? I don't
It's
get that.
like I told her these words on my mouth. I said, "You trying to erase me." Cause it's like you trying to. Cause she told me this out her own mouth. It's okay. Like me and her get into it. It's never over Journey,
what,
but
like
she
2?
Journey's 4.
Oh, she 4?
It like me and her get into it. Ain't never over Journey. It's something about what me and her got on. Then she tell me how I'm not a good dad. You feel me?
Because
but
you ain't doing it her way.
Yeah, but I'm like, this shit ain't got nothing to do with Journey. Then you throw my baby in it. Then I get confused. I get scatterbrained.
Yeah.
You feel me?
What do you think is a good father? Well, who gets to determine that? If your child ain't being molested, your child ain't being abused, your child ain't being mistreated, not fed when they're in the care of their absent parent, who makes you the good parent president? You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of women gonna probably see this and they gonna feel like, oh, I'm not taking up for women. Yes, I am as a mother, because I'm a good mother.
Yeah.
And I know that even if he didn't do it, I ain't gonna. First of all, don't ruin your energy, ladies, out here chasing what this man doing. Don't spend your day watching his page, worrying about what he doing over here with his other baby mama and his other kids and all this shit. Worry about you.
You know, I got validation from my first baby mama that I'm not a bad baby dad.
And
she
even
called
if she
me.
didn't give it to you. You know what you do.
Yeah, I do. But like she called me and it ain't validation. It ain't validation about anything I do. It's about what she's dealing with now. You know what I'm saying? She got another baby daddy, like. That she stay with, ain't shit. Stay in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like
How
that.
does that make you feel as a man when other kids over your child?
Hold on, say that again. Say that again. Say that.
How does that make you feel as a man when other men are over your child?
I hate that shit.
Not doing their job.
I hate
but
that
then,
shit.
Like this girl with this new baby, he probably ain't worth a damn, but she giving you the business. Now he getting ready to be over your child with her new child that's supposed to be his child.
And I hate that shit because it's simple. For the simple fact, I hate that shit for the simple fact I know where it come from. See, both of them, like I pay attention. Analytical. I'm analytical than the motherfucker. My baby, my son mama, she had a baby right out the goddamn shit. I moved her down here. Tried to get shit, but she told me find the food, use the food. She said all type of shit. Like she was goddamn, and I'm like, okay.
What does that mean?
Find the food, use it. Yeah. I was paying all the bills.
Oh.
And I would we were trying to goddamn. It was an incident where we was leaving early in the day, and I was trying to cut everything out in the house. My mom was like, plug everything, even your microwave, help on your bill. So I'm up there doing that, trying to save me some money. I'm paying all the bills. And this time I'm like 23, like I got I'm moved, I'm on my own, like I'm trying to goddamn figure it out. So I cut off the heat because we finna be gone. Why you cut it off? It's gonna be cold when we get in here. She go cut it back on. And I'm like, boom. I'm like, I say, it gonna goddamn heat up and we'll be good for about 5-10 minutes. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Get them on the cover.
Why you need heat when ain't nobody in here?
Exactly. So goddamn, we went back and forth, and she goddamn, I say to the point where I was like, hey, shawty, look, I'm paying all the bit. Like I hate throwing my weight around, but once I throw, because when I throw my weight around, like it make me feel because how people receive it. Because I'm gonna say exactly how I feel. It make how people receive it make me feel bad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to stand my ground on shit that I feel like you know what it is. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it like when I gotta put my foot down, that shit fuck with me. So it's like, okay, I'm like, Shawty, I pay. I looked the dead in the eye, cause I'm like, you must be stupid. Let me get you. Let me. I pay all the bills. Help me help you. You know what I'm saying? Help me help you. Like if I can't, like if we got this on and goddamn I can't pay the bill, who gonna pay the bill? Find the fool, use the fool. What? Okay, quit. That like I quit. Go bye. It's over with. Go back with your mama. Go back with your mama. Like and that shit hurt too, cause like I said, my son was probably like 3 at that time too. He was 3, and that's the hard part about it, cause it's like most people stay in relationships too because of kids.
And that's the worst thing in the world to do.
And that's the shit.
Too much of your energy.
And that's the shit. I remember when I told her this. I told my first baby mama this. I say, Shawty, look. Trying to make this work making me miserable, and it's making you miserable. And I don't want our kid.
Say that one more time. One more time for men who out there doing this.
Trying to make it work.
In relationships with women who you know either probably don't really want you, just don't want nobody else to have you.
Yep.
And not really fulfilling the mission because they're not helping. Say it again.
I forgot.
He done forgot. He done got it
right. I did. But it just stand for goddamn miserable. Stand for kids being like just being miserable. And I told her, I said, I don't want my son to watch us be miserable because they're gonna fuck him up.
It's gonna
you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna go right down. That's,
yeah. You know what she said to me though?
She don't care.
I'd rather be miserable.
Then what?
I said, all right, bye.
And be together?
Yeah, that's what she say. She'd rather be miserable.
She probably came from a home like that.
Yeah, like
I'm pretty sure. Like, and you know, everybody have dysfunction.
I'm gonna tell you the truth though. I think it's me. On some cocky shit.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, like, because it's like
you love hard.
She said,
that's what I think.
I do love hard.
Love hard, and I think that some people realize that and they may take advantage of it. And far as this is my thing to men though. So ladies, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna give y'all the satisfaction that I am a woman and I do feel it. Men, you need to think about it. Think about where I tell my son this. Think about where you lay your pipe. Where you want your business at. Even if you don't get along with these people, don't see these people, you still got to parent with these people for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Even parents, like, I hate when women say, baby, you dealt with a man and you knew he wasn't shit. You knew he stayed in and out of jail. He went to jail and now you don't want him to parent his kids. Yeah. He's still a parent. He still can parent his kids from behind those walls. He can't physically be in their life, but he can talk to his children. That don't make him less of a father.
Yeah, they try to goddamn.
You chose this man. You knew he was going in and out of jail before you got this baby. Yeah. So why would you now belittle him in his situation and take him out of his kid's life? I don't get that.
They're trying to erase. They try to erase. They literally be trying to erase you.
That's their mama job to teach their daughters how to be women, and it's their father job to teach them how to treat a man.
Yeah,
because you know I firmly believe that. Like people used to tell me single women couldn't raise boys. Yes, they can.
My mama raised me.
Exactly. They can't teach you how to stand up and pee because we ain't got no joint.
Yeah.
But we can teach you what it's like to have your feminine side, emotional side, and your nurturing side because that's what a woman brings to the table. Yeah. A man needs to teach his daughter how to know what a real man looks like. Mm-hmm. He needs to teach his daughter how to understand how to cater and care for a man, to provide for his needs and to understand. Because we can't teach our daughters how to understand a man. Mm-hmm. We're not men. Your daddy need to teach you that. Yeah. Boys can't teach, mamas can't teach, or daddies can't teach their boys how to understand a woman. They can teach them what they think a woman want, but another woman gonna have to teach you what we actually want and how to understand us because we are different species and we do think differently. We have different type of emotions, but I don't feel like in no fashion or form sticking to the topic on hand where a man should have to ever fight a woman if he's not doing, even if he ain't doing nothing financially, if he out buying shoes and clothes, say you was the type to like to shop.
Yeah, nah. You know, I ain't bought no clothes in a couple years. If I ain't throwing it into the business,
it's your money. Long as your child is fed and taken care of, baby, just because you want your son in Jordans don't mean I gotta want it. Exactly. If I'm not that type of person, why I gotta live vicariously through you what you want?
Exactly.
If you want him to have Jordans, buy him.
You get it.
I'm going to buy him what I do. I'm going to do what I do because I'm teaching him to be like me. I'm trying to instill in him the morals I have. And if they're not your morals, that's your problem. You instill them in him then, or her. That's just like when I see little girls are dressed up from head to toe, 2-3 years old, ain't going nowhere. Most of them women are the ones on social media that's bashing their baby daddies.
Yeah.
Because you taking your child support and you buying nonsense. You out here getting clothes and hairdos and nails and all that. Do that with your money that you work for. His child support, whatever he's paying into for his child, yes, you would have to pay rent even if you had no children.
Yeah.
You would have to pay your lights and your water if you had no kids.
Yeah.
So why do you feel like, oh, you supposed to pay this? I don't understand that. As a married couple, I think alimony, you should allow me the lifestyle that I had when I was your wife.
Yep.
Yes, you gonna man up.
Yep.
If you had me in a $200,000 house while I was your wife, then when you leave me, you give me my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
But my children, if I wasn't spending $5,000 a month on my children when you was here,
yeah.
what reason I got to spend $5,000 now? And what reason do I have to claim that my 2-3 month old child, if we break up, that's not even in daycare or not even leaving the house, need this type of money?
Yeah.
You know, that I think that it needs to be
that happened to
modified.
that goddamn you know Brittany Renner? She's a socialite. She a media social media socialite. And she's a fitness, what's her name? But she got pregnant to this by this NBA player, PJ Washington. He played for PJ. He married her to a young dude. She older than him. She cougared him. Like she's still in her 20s, but yeah, she probably like in her late 20s. But he liked that. He liked her. She bad as hell. Like yellow bone, just like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show it to you. Where my phone at? Yeah, she got. And then he on child support. She divorced. Right after she had the baby, she divorced him. Boom.
Hey, that's just like, hey, I love
you, that's the new come up,
Jenny. But just like everybody dragging her for her whole they saying, well, she didn't want to give her husband a baby, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't that she didn't want to give her husband a baby. You married a bag. You got Jeezy now, so you got Jeezy's baby.
Oh, she pregnant now?
Yes.
By young Jeezy?
Jeannie from
yeah,
I
know.
Baby. She married Jeezy.
Yeah, I know. She pregnant.
Baby. Yeah,
I ain't know
but
that.
You didn't want to have one for your husband. It wasn't that you didn't want to have kids. And then she tried to come back and put out that, oh, well, she did the math. He was 6 months. The girl he was with is 6 months pregnant. They separated 6 months ago. He must have cheated. Honey, please. You was with this man 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew what he wanted. He wanted a family.
Mm-hmm.
You chose your career and you said you didn't want to have a baby at the time because he wasn't worth what Jeezy worth. Who
was he? Her husband. He was somebody though. He's somebody.
I don't know what he.
He just ain't Jeezy.
He produced or something. Yeah, he behind the scenes type something. I never really even looked into him because she was the figure. You know, and it's okay. Say that. I believe in love at first sight. Maybe you did fall in love with Jeezy because he fall in lovable. I mean, you know.
You look at you.
He fall in lovable. I can see you wanting to come over here to the side.
Brittany Renner. That's her.
She's a cute little girl. Yeah, she kind of like Tiny. She don't look older than him. Well, how old is PJ?
PJ like 21, 22. That's him right there. That's him and her.
Yeah, I know him. How old is she?
She like 28, 29.
Well, that ain't cougar.
I said cougarish.
Well, no,
I said cougarish.
Older. But I feel like sometimes women would they'll just choose their baby daddies.
Yeah.
And because of what it can benefit them. You know, and my thing is, don't go out here making babies everywhere. If you can't take care of the one, because at the end of the day, DG, honestly, nobody I think never makes enough money to take care of other fucking people.
Yeah.
Whether it be your kids, your family, or whatever, you just never can please other people.
Nope.
It's gonna always be something, and you're gonna always have to shell out. It ain't never enough.
Yeah.
I realized that a long time ago. Like you just ain't gonna never make enough money to please your people. You gotta please you, and that's how it is with baby mamas and baby daddies. You used to this lifestyle. So if I'm getting this much amount of child support, I'm probably not going to live to my full capability because I'm crutching on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being that way when I was getting a large lump sum of child support.
Mm-hmm.
I would literally fuck over my money. Yeah. I really would. I would fuck over my own money that I'm making because I knew this was coming. I knew this coming. And I'm like, that ain't right. You know, how do you take something that's supposed to be for your child and supposed to be for the betterment of your lifestyle and utilize it because you fucked over your money? Start taking care of your money and handle your business, and you won't have to use what he over here working for. Because let's face it, people, everybody deserves happiness, love, and a life.
Yeah.
So we can't control another person's life just because we controlling their money, and that's exactly what you're doing. You control their money, you control their life. So if I'm mad because DG went and got another baby mama, and she probably prettier than me, she finer than me, or they kids on social media, he posting this one all the time, and he ain't posting this one, I'm gonna hit him where it hurt.
Yeah.
And where it hurt, your money and your time.
Yeah.
And that pushes you away, because now you angry and you human and you emotional, and this motherfucker done left home after you done drove all the way over here to see your baby. Now you pissed off, and nobody suffers but the baby.
And I'm thinking,
so you thinking I ain't even going over there.
Exactly.
You know
It's like, cause it is like I was just thinking about that part. Like it like, damn, fuck. Now I gotta get myself into the position of getting out my feelings of feeling this rage and try to be mature again. Tap into my matureness. I gotta call and try to set up to go see again. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta play her game.
Yeah.
You gotta get on her sheet of music, and that's not fair.
Yeah, that shit
That's not
horrible.
fair, because it's your baby too.
Yeah.
And call me and say, hey, I have this going on today. You are a lot of this, because granted, I give credit where credit is due. It is harder for the parent who has the kid.
Yeah, I do know that.
They up at night, they going to stuff, they going to doctor's appointment, blah, blah, blah. We having to do a lot when you are the custodial parent.
Look,
but at the same time, don't take away from when I'm trying to come.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to be there. Like, who the hell? I never understood this, DG. And anybody that know me can vouch to this. If your baby mama or a girlfriend or whatever the hell your significant other is, first of all, people tell me and my ex that we act like the Brady Bunch, because we vacate together, eat together, everything. I get along well with my ex's wife. Our children, I keep their kids if they want me to. I don't care, because these are my children's siblings.
Yeah.
How is it that a person have the right set of mind to say, I'm going to block you out of my freedom? When you get your baby, that's my freedom. Get your baby. Come and pick her up. I would have had her on the porch.
Yeah.
Ready for you.
But she's pregnant right now. See, she used to be trying to throw my daughter on me whenever she wasn't pregnant.
Oh.
But she was going to fuck off. That's where I came up with.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Shawty, I'm like,
so
Shawty.
Now she's home and chilling.
Yeah, so because I used to be talking to her about that too. I'm like, Shawty, look, right now it's very critical time right now. Like, I done left my job. I done put everything I had into this business. I gotta make this shit work. Now, I can't get on no schedule because I don't know what these people, how they coming. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bend and shit like that. So whenever I do, like, let me do this. Like, let me goddamn come. My daughter love me. You know what I'm saying?
And then when you was doing it your way, she wasn't satisfied. She ain't like what you was doing up here. So, you gotta get in where you fit in.
Yeah. So it's just that I figured out, like, it's a little hate thing though, because when I wanted to take that, then they said she would have been sure about that. We wouldn't have been fucking.
You wouldn't have been over there, exactly.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been
sure, because you shouldn't have been fucking with her.
Broke up. That what I'm saying.
Well, you say y'all never went together, so.
Nah, we never went together. Like, but it's like, like, that shit just happened. Like, I say, I'm a monogamous fuck a lot. So it's like, at that time, like, I had a girlfriend. She broke that up.
Monogamous fuck a lot?
A person that fuck one person a lot. You just monogamously,
I can't.
Monogamy. You know how monogamy is, like monogamous fuck a lot.
You just keep going back.
Yeah, it's like
that with the first baby mama.
I don't know. Not now. No, listen. Whenever it's like, say if we were dating, Key, we'll be fucking a lot. That's just who I like. That's just who I am. Like I'm not looking.
This girl wasn't dating. Y'all just fucking.
Yes. So, whenever she told about my daughter, ended that relationship that I had. You feel me? I ended that relationship ended because of that. Then like my daughter coming around, we around each other. So it's like shit. That's how it happened. And that's
probably what she. I bet she probably so mad right now that wasn't your baby. And because clearly she don't
get. She say she hope that it ain't my baby because she'll be miserable.
That's what she say.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have had to take a DNA if she was that miserable, because she would have been dealing with only the dude she's dealing with, and she would have been dealing with you in the first place. Yeah. So clearly you have a problem with letting go. She still wants to be there. She still want to be in the mix, or she would just put her feet down. And really, you would think that when you get another person's baby, or you got another relationship, that one, you should. I personally would push my baby off to their daddy more, like, cause I wouldn't want no other.
I'm trying to tell you what she doing. She trying to make it seem like this girl is really trying to paint the picture that ain't shit.
Yeah,
that's really what she doing. She trying to paint that picture, and I'm like,
so do you pay child support for this one?
No, I don't. Okay. No, I don't.
I'm probably gonna put you on child support.
Don't say that. So? I don't know. I mean, either way, like it's life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I don't make.
And you know what people don't understand about child support, and
they gonna lose.
The thing is, when they say, just like I just said, put you on child support, put yourself on child support. It don't have to be through the courts. You can write a legal document, get it notarized, and that stands. Just say, I'm going to do this. Because child support is not necessarily, I'm going to give you blase amounts of money every week. Child support is just that. It's child support. See, we've been brainwashed. The minorities have been brainwashed to think that you got to go through the courts. You got to pay this much money out your pocket. You got to not.
But it got to be notarized, though, right?
Yeah, notarized. Okay. Go take it and get it stamped. $2, UPS. Yeah. And say, this is what I do. That way, it no longer becomes a gift.
Yep, because anything that is a gift, and they can make it.
No, this is set in stone, and this is what we agreed to, and this is what we're going to do. She signed it, I signed it, this is what's going to happen. It's notarized, it's legal. I ain't got to go to court and have them people getting my check stubs and all in my business and knowing my bills and my problems for you to tell me how to take care of my child. I'm going to take care of my child. I'm going to do what I need to do. That's what men need to learn. Take care of your responsibility.
That's a good tool, though. I ain't never think about that.
Yeah, like, take care of your responsibility. If I call you up and you say I work 7 to 3, you work 3 to 11. I call you at 2 o'clock because I know I'm not gonna make it with 3:10 when school get off. You ain't went to work yet. You may need to be a little bit late. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I gotta be late to go get the baby and pick the baby up and make me always have to do the sacrifice. That's what pisses women off a lot. That we always feel like we gotta be the ones that sacrifice. Yeah, make some sacrifices.
That's one thing. Out. That's one thing. Like with her though, like I understood. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like that's why our disagreement was in this whole thing because one, I would have fucked with her to the end. You know what I'm saying? I would have fucked with her, but I learned just on my journey of living what happens whenever I indulge too quick.
Well, maybe y'all just need to sit down and work
she got a whole baby. She canceled. That shit canceled. That shit so canceled.
So how do you feel like she canceled, bitch, because she got another baby?
Because
somebody got to deal with your baby now.
Yeah, that's understandable. But he knew that before. I was first. He last. You know what I'm saying? Like he knew. He seen what was going on before.
So you can accept another person's baby?
Can I?
Yeah.
It just like right now in this headspace I'm in, I don't even fuck with women that got kids.
Hello, I feel you because I don't do
and
that. My friends always joke me about that. They like, how you don't? You got kids? I'm like, but I know what I want.
Exactly.
I know what I want. My kids are not bothering them people.
Exactly.
They go to their daddy.
And it's like too like. One, like I love my kids. Like I wish that I could have them with me. Like I wish they would live with me. Like we could just, of course, you like, man, cut the baby mamas off, just give me my kids. That's how it dudes feel.
You ain't gotta cut the baby mamas off, but you can get your boy. You can get your kids.
Nah, I'm saying like in our own aces, like
they won't participate. They won't let you get them, and they just come in.
They won't. I asked my son mama that. I asked. I'm like, man, let him come stay with me for a year, please. They get to it. Nah, he can't. You got 2 other kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right, he can come stay with it. And you have to. But as a mother,
damn, that's that attachment though. That attachment.
Our attachment, especially to our boys.
Cause
we feel like you better, because my boy he only had to tell me one time that his daddy gave him French fries all day, and I was done. I was like, I'm coming to get my baby, and you won't never see him again.
Yeah,
if you see him, you gonna have to go to court.
He had French fries all day,
and he was like maybe 8 or 9, maybe 8. And I was like, damn well you eat more than French fries all day. Then that's what he wanted. No, I don't care. He's 8. You don't let him eat French fries.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I be losing like that with my son too. Cause my son he like to eat goddamn taquitos.
Well, yeah.
He like to eat them. He like them taquitos. And then he got down. No, I ain't talking about the chips. I'm talking about. I did say taquitos. Them little things. They like you can get them at Quick Trip. Them.
Oh, that's rolled up in the
with the meat inside and stuff.
Tamale? Is it it tamale?
It's
It's got a little meat inside
Yeah.
and rolled up the little. I like them too.
He'll eat that like for lunch, dinner, like you know what I'm
But
saying.
that's fine. But you know, at some point you gotta say, hey, you gotta do this. I
Yeah.
gotta take control because kids go through that stage.
They don't want to eat
chicken nuggets, exactly.
Mhm.
But if this is all you introduce to this boy, when I tell you, my son called me and he was like, "Mama, I'm hungry."
Mhm.
I said, "What'd you eat today?" French fries.
And
Your
then them
dad-
kids do just snitch on you for no
Yeah,
reason.
no, it was a reason. I was like, "Your
Let
daddy."
me tell you why. No, cause he probably asked his dad, "Dad, I want what you want." He probably said, "What you want to eat?
That's
French
what he
fries,
probably wanted at 12
French
o'clock.
fries, French
but
fries."
at 7 o'clock, if you know he hasn't eaten since 12 o'clock,
I'm gonna
and
make
you-
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
You
he
make
didn't
sure.
make sure. You didn't come back around and say, "Are you hungry? What else do you want to eat?" If he said French fries again at 7 o'clock, I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
If you want to eat French fries all damn day.
Yeah.
But what I'm not okay with is the fact that you only fed him one time.
Damn.
You fed him at 12 o'clock one time.
Yeah, that's
now,
it.
now we gotta fight.
Yeah.
You know, and it is what it is. And I'm getting my baby, and now I'm in the bad baby mama, and
Yeah.
I'm crazy, and I'm this, that,
Nah,
and the other.
you not.
No, tell the truth. You were not a good father, and we have those out there.
Mhm.
And I don't know what the reason being is. You mad at me? You mad at your situation? You mad we broke up? Whatever. I don't know. I don't care. We went in different directions, but still, go out your way. So to piggyback on the fact that fathers shouldn't have to fight for their kids, mamas don't make them. Don't make if they want to go take their kids to Timbuktu, let them go to Timbuktu. But don't fathers don't make it where the fight is prevalent. Don't make it where people gotta make you fight. Don't make it where your baby mama need to put up a fight because
What you
ain't
mean
doing
by
what
that?
you're supposed to be
Okay.
doing. You should be, I shouldn't have to fight with you to feed my child. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have to fight with you to go and have the same equal responsibilities that I have. If I tell you that I'm at work and I can't go get them, and I done took off many a days and I have missed many a days of work, then let this be you. Don't tell me, oh, I can't miss no days. That's your fucking problem. Why you can't miss? Get fired then, like I have done. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Many women have lost jobs because they've been
they
home with
kids.
sick kids and going to appointments and this, that, and the other. So you give the same sacrifice.
Yeah.
Just give the same sacrifice, and it will
I
be
live
cool.
by this one though. My mom, she always told me this quote. She was like, ain't about the quantity, it's about quality.
Quality.
You know what I'm saying? So I live by that. Like I live by the moments and shit with my kids. I know, like, cause I really stand on this, and I really want to preach this to young dudes too. Like, build your foundation. Like it's hard, but before you even like, mine is slick backwards because it's simple fact. Shit, I ain't have no daddy. That's what they gonna say. But that's really what it is. I ain't have my daddy, so it's like I ain't
Is he
start
still
having.
alive?
Yeah, he still alive. But I started having sex when I was 18, and then like nobody want to tell me about no condoms.
Yeah.
But once you go raw, you don't go back. You know what I'm saying? So you then it's like I wasn't taking sex as serious.
That's so good. You waited till you was 18.
Yeah, I wasn't taking sex that serious, but I wasn't taking it that serious. But what it did though, it made me like, I feel like a sex addict though. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like,
Well, yeah, you got to get through that period where you just want it all.
Yeah.
You know, but most men have that mentality. They think they can get all the ass in the world. You
Yeah.
can't get it all.
Yeah.
That's why they don't know how to be faithful. Like you, not everything you see ain't sexable.
man, see now,
You know?
I look at shit and get weirded out. Like I look at women like I used to love tights, girls with fat asses and tights. But now I just look at tights like I'm a deep thinker too. So I look at a girl with a fat ass and tights, and I'm like, what do that ass think up out of that? Though?
Do
What
you
they
ask
might-
yourself, is it real?
Nah,
Do you ever
I
see that
mean,
ass
you
real?
could tell if it's real or not.
Not really. I see
can.
some girls who do mad squats and have really nice asses.
Yeah.
Like they really are just built with it.
Yeah, and
They
I
just
know,
got big
and you
booties
could tell when they
and
real.
nice booties. But yeah, some of them are just unreal. They are just unreal. I don't understand it. Anyway, I podcasted about that.
Yeah.
It's unreal. But
Tell them
we
they
ain't
can
gonna
get your
go there.
podcast, name your
We ain't gonna-
podcast and
run
everything.
Your mouth. They know we running our mouth. I'm
Yeah.
always running my mouth. Run your mouth with Kie.
With
And
Kie
Cammy.
and Cammy.
Cam,
Cammy
where
be
you
like,
at?
hold on.
What Cammy?
Cammy be solo. Cammy be on them missions. You know she like them strippers.
Yeah, and then she foodie. Now we talking about you, Cammy. She
Yeah.
out there. She out there connoisseuring food now. She going to restaurants all times of the week, every day.
Oh, she testing
Yeah.
people's foods.
Oh, what? She doing it big. Like giving a whole review and shit. I was like,
she
you
ain't.
did Siskel and Ebert of food and shit now. Okay, I like to eat too, but I'm so picky. I don't even like leftovers, y'all. But I did have a good time at Fin and Feathers. Fin and Feathers, Riverdale, Georgia, y'all over in the area.
Did it.
Shout out to them. They did their thing. It was really good. DJ was on point. I loved it. That's a quick plug. That's a plug.
That was a nice little plug for
but
him.
you know, I was
Answer me that though.
Run your mouth.
When she got down, being that she got down, I came up with this shit right here. Maybe I'm in my feelings, and I'm trying to goddamn make me feel like bigger than the situation. If she was still having sex with me and having sex with him, that's why I feel like she loved me, right?
Oh my
and
goodness.
hate me. She loved me and hate me because
maybe it's just good.
I know it is good. I know it's good.
Y'all see what I did with it? You know it's good.
I know it's good, but it got to be the reason I'm doing. The reason why I'm saying is because, like, if I got another chick, I ain't fucking with that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going back.
So you technically not in a relationship with nobody. Then you wasn't.
Yeah.
So you was dealing with her. But my thing is, women don't think like that. We don't think like
what
that.
You mean?
Sometimes we have detachment issues. Like, we don't know. I have dudes in my inbox and text me, and my old number, because a lot of them don't have new one, from 10 years ago. Yeah. And I'd be like, why we still friends in? We not enemies, but we ain't got no business being friends. Like, I don't have nothing for you. But we still go back and forth, and if the opportune moment is there, we probably would sex each other. We probably would. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a few of them, I'm pretty sure, because we was good like that, and we don't have no bad blood. But you have to know when to cut it off. Like, if you know you're not, this back to the point, if you know you don't want this woman in your life as a significant other or partner, why have unprotected sex?
Cause pussy is a hell of a drug.
Oh my Jesus.
Pussy been good.
I'm so sorry,
Like pussy been good. Like I ain't gonna that shit been since it hit me.
Well, it's good wrapped up too.
No, it ain't.
You bringing lives into this world.
You know it ain't good.
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I don't.
Man, you do get it.
I don't.
Stop lying.
Have sex with girls.
I mean, well, you know the difference between.
Yeah, it's preferable that I wouldn't have to have a condom, but I know if I'm not in a monogamous relationship and we don't live together and we're not trying to build, I ain't got no business having sex with you.
That's what I learned. That's what I had to learn.
I fell in love with condoms a long time ago. I've been out here a long time, and I it's like science to me now. You know
what you mean?
Like it's like putting on panties.
Yeah.
You know, it's common.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm like, because I've always been in long-term relationships.
Yeah.
So I ain't never really had to worry about it.
So you a monogamous fucker lot too?
I'm a liver. I mean, I live with the motherfuckers. But when
I'm a liver.
I'm a liver. We live together. Everybody want to move in. We gonna fucking damn get married and be together. And everybody want to be in love. I'm like, whatever. But when I started dating and I stopped after my divorce, and I started actually being out here dating without cohabitating, I realized, I might not be with this person next month. So I can't be sexing this person. I definitely ain't going to sex you raw. So now I got to protect myself because I was in my childbearing years still. And I'm like, now I don't want nobody baby. Yeah. And then you look back and you don't even want to be together, and now you got his baby.
Yeah,
that's stuff we have to think about. And there's too much of it going on. But you know what? I be thinking about it. I remember the white kids I went to school with. And I say, they'll get married, and 5, 6 of they goddamn, they have a bunch of kids. 5, 6 of they kids won't even all had the same daddy, but they all had the same name. You know what I'm saying? You remember that in school?
What you mean?
You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell who was really whole siblings and half siblings because they all take on whoever the wife married name. Like, they might not even be their daddy, but they all got the same name.
Yeah, that happened to my partner. He got his stepdad name.
And so, but married. In the minority community, a lot of black communities, you got 4, 5 kids, and they all got different names. Or either they got their mama name. I don't like that. You ain't give your kids their daddy name.
Yeah. My kids ain't got my name either. That shit fucked up.
Fix that.
I will. As soon as I got down, that's been on my agenda. But
yep, I need for black men to give your children
your last name.
Because if you ain't gonna give them your time, your money, and nothing else, and you ain't with his, that makes a difference with kids. Kids grow up and they think about that shit for real. Because one thing my daddy was a Rolling Stone. He got a bunch of fucking kids, and My mama knew she married she knew she knew what she married. Put it like that. She knew what he was, but he still put all his kids in his name, and he financially took care of all his kids. I'll give him that. We know each other. I have a problem with women who don't let kids deal with their other siblings. What the fuck is wrong with them? Like, why would you keep, just because you don't like the baby mama or you don't like your baby daddy no more, now you gonna keep these kids from being together?
Around each other,
They mess around and grow up and start going together.
Damn,
then
they did.
What? Some of them do.
Damn.
Yeah, especially in them little towns. You know, you have to tell these kids who they sisters and brothers are. Yeah. Let them hang out together. Let them. Just because y'all grown people don't know how to act, don't mean them kids don't know how to act. Them kids probably gonna love each other. They gonna grow up
They
tight
are
as
gonna
hell.
love each other. Yes. My kids love each other.
And they supposed to. But what baby mamas? They like each other.
I ain't got no problem. They ain't met but like one time.
So they leave it on you to keep them together and keep them meeting each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's well, me. I call my baby daddy's wife or whoever, because we ain't got to talk to him no more. First of all, I think it's disrespect. I'm not gonna call and talk to your husband.
I ain't with that one on though.
But so, if it, at the end of the day,
but yeah, they do got each other numbers.
Yeah, because if you was with another woman, that's the woman in the house, and she's around your child, so you should be able to have a conversation with her. I am not gonna send my child nowhere with nobody I can't even have a conversation with. Like, if I can't talk to you and I gotta keep going to your boy, your man, to talk to you about everything.
Answer this. Like, when is the right time to introduce?
When you feel like that's the right person.
Like, I ain't talking about introduce kids. I'm talking about, say if like you got I think I'm somebody like, say if like we were together, we not no more, we got a kid. Mm-hmm. You going to get you another dude. When is the appropriate and right time for those dudes to meet? Or should they meet?
When you start dating.
When
you start dating. When he starts spending the night at your house and starts staying up over my kids, I need to let you know. This is who over your
I didn't know. Like,
exactly.
I
and
didn't
that's
know.
That bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And I've dated many of people, and them guys didn't get along. Them guys did not talk and deal with each other. And I had this incident. I remember my son was graduating kindergarten. And this is real, y'all.
Yeah.
And it kind of bothered me a little bit, but then it didn't bother me because I was like, if he felt this way. So long and short, my guy that I was living with at the time, because me and my son's father broke up really early, and he looked back, we got his little certificate. You know, they roll up the little certificate, give it to the kids. He ran up in the stand and he was like, "Daddy." And so my baby's daddy, was sitting behind me with his mom and his family, and my baby. And my guy and me was sitting here, and my baby gave the dude I'm with.
That shit fucked
that
goodness. Shit did that shit.
Oh my goodness. I was like, what? So when the kid ran up and was like, "Daddy, I got my paper," or whatever.
And he came to
saying,
the stepdaddy.
Came to the but that's who he was calling daddy. And I was like, and so he got mad at me. And I was like, nobody never sat this child down and told him to call him daddy, but the man who taking him fishing, the man who taking him to meet his mother, the man who's taking him to shop and, you know, the Walmart and all little kid stuff, the kids like, this is who he see as daddy. Because one thing about it, just because you didn't father the child don't mean you can't play a father role.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was angry.
Stepdaddy. He was like, why you calling him daddy? I was like, he know you. He know who you are.
Yeah.
Maybe you ain't been around. That's between you and your God and whatever you got going on, because you know what you're not doing. Mm-hmm. And from that moment on, DG, our relationship was never the same.
What you mean?
It was never the same. He never. At first, we were co-parenting well. Mm-hmm. He would babysit. He would, keep him when I wanted to go out. He didn't have no conflict with whatever I was doing. From that moment on, he shut down, and he not only left me, he left my child. Mm-hmm. He stopped speaking to me, stopped talking to me, and he cut us out for years. And now it has a negative effect on them, their relationship, and how my son grew up to become a man. Mm-hmm. Because I think it was that at that moment he thought I had coerced him to love another man. And I was like, no, he just knew what he wanted and he knew what he was missing. And this person gave it to him. And you didn't. Mm-hmm. So don't blame me or blame him for being the person that you weren't. That's why I encourage every absent man. I don't care if that man got a problem with you. I don't care if she got a problem with you. You don't have a problem with your child. Mm-hmm. You make sure you keep the communication and a relationship there with your child, because them people going to grow up. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be humans and adult people, and they're going to look back and be mad at your ass. they ain't gonna be mad at their mama. Because they done already heard whatever she put in their head anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I never talked bad about my son's father. I never said anything negative about him, but I did keep it truthful with him. And I let him know, you know, you wasn't around. Come on. You wasn't doing nothing bad, but you wasn't doing nothing good either. You wasn't, you know, wasn't doing shit. So the boy realized this, and this is who he, and I hate the fact that those two lost connection, because I feel like he was really a positive influence in his life. And I said, you know, and that I was shocked. I was shocked, DG, when he ran up there. Daddy, I got. I was like, whoa, what?
That shit fucked you up.
Yeah, I was like, and I had heard him call him dad. He was like, Dad is, when he was little, I was like, that's not your daddy.
Somebody heating you up.
My grandbaby. These grandbabies calling me now. We ain't talking to them right now. Grandbabies, we gonna wait. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, we got to be cognizant about who we sleep with, what we do, and how we want. And celebrities give us a bad impression.
They goddamn fucking duck women. They change and
just change, swap and spit everywhere. And we don't know who them people baby daddies is. For all we know, they baby daddies ain't who they saying, and they just taking on the responsibility, and they giving us such a negative perception. Yes, of what parenting should be, because you going back and forth, and I often wonder, I be like, when this one break up and they get with such and such, do they hang out with the kids? You know, let's take for instance Sierra and Future. Oh my goodness, I love Russell Wilson though. Yeah, I love what he's done, and I love the woman that she's become. But at the same time, you have to watch the attraction that people have. People love to say, "Oh, forget my past and forget this and that." I attract thug dudes because I got thug mentality. Yeah, and I know I do. You're Chambers. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, fought with him. I'm Look at me. But at the end of the day, I know what I attract. You know what I'm saying? Because I know who I am behind closed doors. And I know that dudes with that mentality, we vibe. Okay. You know, I don't want a corporate white shirt who come home and he want to watch the news and all he want to do is just, hey baby, did you make eggs? You know, no, we ain't gonna get along. Yeah. But
what the fuck you been doing? Get your ass over there. Give me your throat. I'm gonna choke you.
Exactly. No, I don't want that. But at some time, you know, we feel like, oh well, this is the type of man I want, but do you really want that type of man? Or do you really just want to get a baby by that type of man? Because you have to pay attention to that. You knew what you had. You knew what you had in the beginning, so now you mad because you got pregnant by what you already knew you had. Like, I wouldn't dare get a baby. I wouldn't dare get a baby by some of the dudes that I dated. Like, no, I knew better. Like, just because I like you don't mean I want you to be my baby's daddy and I want you to father my children. But some of these people out here, you know, like with Russell in Future, he has created Sierra as this type of person, but she still was attracted to this type of dude. So you still have to pay attention to the fact that
she might.
This is still what she might. You know what I'm saying? She might just be comfortable.
Because she went through she got like a weird type. She had Bow Wow first, then 50
Cent.
Wow,
man, I don't think she never really went with 50 Cent. You think they really went together? I heard that was a rumor.
He hit that.
You don't know Reggie that, man. Bush. 50, did you hit it? Tell me, did you hit it? If you really want me to talk to you,
Reggie Bush.
Yeah, Reggie.
But he was a football player. Like she got.
That's one the one married to Kardashian, didn't he?
Yeah. He ain't even married her. Kanye West got her now, huh?
No, wrong Kardashian. Kanye West got Kim. Reggie Bush was married to Courtney, wasn't it?
Yes, he had Kim.
Was it Kim? No.
Hey Siri. Who did Reggie Bush date? Which Kardashian did Reggie Bush date?
Yeah, that goes to show we ain't socialites, right? Because we don't be knowing nobody's business. Which one was it?
Hold on. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Which Kardashian did Reggie Bush date?
Hello. I don't think we've been introduced.
Siri won't know who she's talking to.
1 moment.
All right, I'm finna look it up right now.
Working on that. Something went wrong.
Okay, let me go ahead and just Google it.
Y'all, we trying to find out.
I already know. It was Kim.
Was it Kim?
Yes. It wasn't nobody else. Cause Chloe wasn't bad in that era.
It was Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. Oh my goodness, I thought it was Courtney, not Chloe.
Courtney bad though.
Didn't she date a football player too?
Who?
Courtney.
I don't know. She
think
was with that white dude, Scott Driscoll.
the Arab dude or something.
Yeah, Driscoll or something.
What the other sister name? She dated a ball player.
No, that's Chloe.
Yeah,
She dated Lamar Odom.
Oh, Lamar Odom.
And she pregnant by another basketball player.
Yeah, Reggie.
But she had a baby by another
different.
player. Yeah.
But anyway, we gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
We running our mouths.
Yeah,
We a
yeah.
cool telly. I always have such a good time when I come through.
That's hard.
We always got something to talk about.
We talk
always
about the
put it
best.
in.
We talk about the
You know,
best.
we always goddamn putting it out there for y'all. Y'all fuck with him.
I
Come
love-
over here. Your baby mama should be glad that you're doing something productive. I'm really kind of bothered by her. Does she have older sisters?
Nah,
She need an older sister. Her mama need to step in.
She
and
got
have
a
that.
she got a younger sister though.
Yeah,
but
but she
to her
is-
defense though, like whenever I met her, she told me that she didn't know who her dad was for the longest.
That ain't got shit to do.
I mean, she
we gotta stop that. We gotta stop bringing our baggage, y'all. Don't bring your baggage. Raise your kids differently, because I definitely tried to make sure I raised my children differently than the way I was raised.
I'm trying to goddamn
You
get a
wanna
ass
do
something.
better.
And then I would speak from a male perspective. Us as men, like when we think about kids and shit like that, we think about the ultimate level of providing. And me, I'm a forecaster along with an analyst. So whenever what forecasting mean, you look ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the type of father I want to be is the father that I didn't have.
But
You know
that-
what I'm saying?
see,
Let me
we
finish that.
can't do that.
Just let me finish it real quick. The type of father I want to be is the father that I didn't have, and it ain't no shot at my dad. It's just the point of where I know that I wish I know it would have helped me as a man. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, if he would have been there, like it's shit that I couldn't do or understand because of him that I had to learn on my own. And
You think it's too late? It ain't never. Do y'all have a relationship now?
I mean, we cool, but like we grown. It is too late. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes, you can.
You can't teach an old
That's
dog new
a
trick.
myth that we gonna talk about that one day too.
I'm telling you.
Unlearn and learn behavior. You know,
Yeah,
we tried
I
that a bunch
heard
of
that.
times.
I heard that
We
shit.
tried that episode a bunch of times.
Unlearn, learn behavior.
Unlearn and learn behavior. Yes, you can teach a dog new tricks. You remain teachable. The whole trick is to remain teachable.
Okay.
As long as you living, you teachable. And you can teach an old dog new tricks. He just gonna learn a little bit slower. But he gonna learn that shit.
Yeah.
And you can't. We all want our children to be better than us, and we want to give them what we didn't have, so to speak. Not
Yeah.
taking away from what our parents did,
Yeah.
because they probably did their best,
Yeah.
and we don't know the whole story. I'm big on letting other people tell their story,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't really know what our parents went through with the absent father or mother or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So it's never too late.
Yeah.
And even if they was, some people just ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know, some people you just have to recognize that they just ain't no fucking good.
Yeah.
They need to be left over there. Mama, daddy. You got mamas who just ain't shit. They ain't nothing. They ain't no good for their kids. They don't need them kids. And you have to go from that. But you not only have to teach them and learn or show them to be better than what you had, you have to just teach them how to be better. Period. You know, it's because we live vicariously through our kids a lot, and that's why we give them so much shit. We'll buy stuff that we didn't have, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that they didn't need that shit anyway. But we ain't teaching them no moral behind it. We just giving them what we didn't have because we thought we need to have it. Who says you need to have it in the first place? You probably didn't need it anyway.
That was dope. You just fixed me from saying that whenever I said that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you right. But
You're such a gorgeous spirit. Y'all, he's so gorgeous. I don't know. That's why she can't stop. She can't stop with you because she like, damn, I really want him, but I don't know how to have him. She don't really probably know how to have you, and now she done got this new baby. It's a wrap. She
it's,
knows
it's
a wrap.
definitely a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
But
We're gonna talk
it is
about
what
that
it is.
Hey,
next. about
Dope
loving
Nation, man,
people who
we
ain't
appreciate you for hanging out with us, man. I love running my mouth with Key.
And I
Goddamn,
love running my mouth with DG.
she make me goddamn think about shit from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? And feel and own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you in my thoughts.
But that's what we do. We look out for each other, and you know I'm proud of you. I ain't your baby mama, but I feel like she's at a loss if she's trying to use that baby against you and trying to keep you out. She's gonna suffer later. Yeah. And you always keep doing your part. You always keep pushing. You stay involved. Don't let her control the situation. She don't control.
And
nothing.
let me say this right here too. I used to get lost in this shit too. Like I used to get lost in this shit because one, I do shit a certain way. So like with kids, like my son, I got on this routine with him, like how I would buy him clothes. I buy him clothes in August, like with school start. It's most parents, it's probably how I'm brought up. Christmas, you know, you find little shit, little knickknacks in between that But Christmas is the next load of clothes, you know, and shoes. And then what? You get summertime shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Spring, summertime shit.
Yep, you learn
So
that from your
goddamn,
mama.
yeah. So that's the shit I was doing, right? And then when I had my daughter, I did the same thing. But whenever I had my daughter, I was doing that, and it's like I came into this. And then I told my baby mama, my son, I said, hey, it finna get worse before it get better, because I'm finna dump everything into what I'm doing. She said, okay. That what she told me. Like, didn't have no issue. I used to send her like 3 some a month. It started going to like $100 every 2 weeks, you know, 50 here, because it's like I'm
She was
every
trusting the process,
yeah.
though.
So and that's what the whole time. So it's like yeah, and you know now he got braces. I'm paying for the braces and shit, the monthly thing. But it's a bill thing. It was the comfortability that she allowed me to have, because she told me, she was like, it's something about you. It's like you're not scared to take a leap, and that's something like I'm not gonna stop you from doing that, like, because shit, hell, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a benefit. That she said this out her mouth. She said these words out her mouth, and I'm like, damn, I wish old girl could hear you talk about me like this.
That's why they need to be friends.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
they're not friends. They ain't gotta be friends, but they need to cohabitate in some type of communicate in some type of form, so they'll know. Because you know what my biggest thing is, and what I respect about what you just said, not to cut you off, but I got this out of this, and I gotta say it before I forget it, because you know I will. We have to learn to trust the process.
Yeah.
And I got this from an old head one time. She said when I met my husband, he was on a bicycle. And he was doing telegraph, like, you know, back in the day, they ride the bike and deliver information to business and stuff. He was doing that in downtown Atlanta. And she said, I wish Cameron was here to tell you the story, because she remembered the lady, I bet, because she always remembered people's faces, I know names. And she said, I didn't want him. I didn't want to talk to him because he didn't have much. And she come from a well-to-do family. She was educated. She had finished college or whatever. And this dude out here throwing telegraphs and whatever, driving a bike. And she was like, but it was something about him, and he told me what his dream was. He told me what he wanted to do in life, and he wanted to have a black newspaper. He's he's co-founder of one of the first black papers out of Atlanta, Georgia. I think it's called Esquire or something. Don't quote me, but it was the first black paper. She stuck with him. She stayed with him. She trusted the process. They couldn't go out to eat, broke, blase, and he retired her. You know, she was coming to work because she just came out of retirement and wanted to have something to do.
Yeah.
But they really like black millionaires.
Yeah.
Quiet black millionaires. And she was like 16 years into it. Took him 16 years. She said, I stuck by him. We had our first baby. He bought me my first home and put all our kids through college. Kids graduated what is it?
Super cum laude.
Super cum laude. There you go. See why I love him? He got my back. And she trusted the process. So it sounds to me like your first baby mama trusting the process, because she see the potential in you, and she's going to benefit. Yeah. If you become well known, everything pop off, and it works out the way you have it envisioned, your children are okay. You leaving legacy. Not just monetary legacy, you leaving legendary legacy.
And something for them to be able to, it's tangible. They can hold on to, and they can goddamn grow it.
They can grow
you know what I'm saying?
Your child might want to be in broadcast.
My son, he got his own channel. He do podcasts. Shout out to Coolie Dope. Coolie Kid, one of them. He had 2 on him. I think it's Coolie Kid right now.
Coolie Kid.
Coolie Kid.
It's Coolie Kid.
It's Coolie Kid. Yeah, it's Coolie Kid. He be doing videos. I keep him motivated too, because I'm over here, he over there. So I give him tips and things like that. And you know,
and he what, 9?
He 9.
Yeah.
He 9, and he loved this shit. And it's so crazy and it's amazing. It fuck with me, because I wish he was here every day, or I was there every day, so I could literally. Cause I mean I produce shit for other people, so just imagine like the joy that I would, you know, just to do that for him.
He come up in the summer?
He do. He came up here last summer, but it's just like, for some reason every time like whenever I get with kids, like it's like when they come away, if they stay for an extended period of time, she goddamn, I don't know. We always fall out every time with that. That's the only time we fall out. Whenever I don't know. It's weird. She be missing that. She'll miss him, and then why you ain't calling me? And then she want control from over there, and I'm like, shawty, we bye.
What time he went to bed?
Yeah.
You let it stay.
That's the only time. That's the only time me and her goddamn go out. I'm like, shawty, I know what I'm doing. This a boy. Like, come on, man. boom. So
But it's a part of our nature.
Yeah,
It's
is.
a part of our nature because I was like that with my kids. Did you do her hair? Did she brush her teeth? Who around her? You know, it's just a part of our nature.
Yeah.
And I'm like that with my grown
But
kids.
I'm
They're adults.
understandable of that. But it just like shit. That like I said, that's the only thing. That's the only time me and her might have a out. Whenever I do it, she like literally last summer, she pulled like he was down here for like 2 weeks. He supposed to be down here for like 3 weeks. She pulled up. Like she was like, bring him. It was one day he had, I forgot. It was in school. He was in the school. They were doing it online and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, you need to bring him back because he was supposed to be in school, or it was a break or something. He probably, I don't know, whatever. He was in school and we couldn't log in at 7 o'clock. I was trying. We did like 10 times. I was like, but fuck it, I'm finna go back to sleep. And
Don't worry about it. You gonna miss the day.
Yeah, it was cool. It would tell when she called, this teacher calling me. You ain't got to deal with this shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I ain't. I'm like, man, fuck. All right. You need to bring him back, man. If you want him, you need to come get him because he probably be down another week. That motherfucker got in her car and came down here with the other baby daddy. Drunk him alone, too.
This is the epiphany I just had out of that.
What?
Parents, mothers, fathers, parent your kids, not your baby mama and your baby daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If your child is not being harmed, now I'm big on that because we got some fools out here who do stupid shit when they get with other people.
Yeah.
And every man that you get with women ain't loving your child the way you think he loves. First of all, this is my thing with men
I
with
don't
kids.
like that shit.
This is my thing with men with kids. When I would date men with kids, if you don't deal with your kids, you can't deal with mine. If you don't have a relationship, if you ain't fighting, even if she made you fight, even though she shouldn't, but if she did, if she
went back to the beginning.
Yeah, went back to the beginning.
She said, "Oh shit,
if she
we
made
ain't supposed to be fighting."
If she made you fight, cause some ignorant bras do. If you ain't fighting, I don't want nothing to do with you. Because at the end of the day, I should never be more important than your children.
Never.
I should never. I don't want you to ever feel like I'm more important.
That's how I
than
know
your
I'm dope, because I ended relationships because it goddamn came to the point where I felt like I had to choose between me and my kid. You know what I'm saying? Even I was talking to this chick whenever my baby mama told me she was pregnant this time. I was talking to the other chick. I was fucking digging her. I was monogamously fucking her, just her. But I was digging her, like, and it's like my thing about it is like, she said these words that triggered me, and it went straight back to whenever I ended my other relationship with the girl when I found out about Journey. Because whenever I found out about Journey, my girlfriend at that time, she woke me up like 2 o'clock in the morning. Head boom. And like, there was out there. We had knew about it. You feel me? We just going through the process of waiting on the DNA, all this shit. And she just, boom, she headbutted me. All these bitches got stuff, some part of you, what do I have? I'm like, shit, you got me, they want me. You got me. That ain't enough. I said, all right, well, I'll be gone in the morning. She headbutted. Bow. I said, man, what the fuck? I grabbed my little goddamn, because I had reduced my life to a Sterilite thing. You know, them 3 containers from Walmart.
Reduced his life.
Yeah.
Get in and get out.
Yeah, I reduced my life to that beat. Moving in with her. That's how we do. Dude moved in with her, did that.
Yep, another mistake. We're going to talk about that another day. Get your own man. We need you to get your own.
I had my own. That's the thing about it.
Stay in your own.
And that what I learned. I had my own. I was finna move to Peachtree. Right here, I was finna get a little condo right here in Peachtree. I was making good money. Like, I work for Marta.
She wants you there every day.
It wasn't that. She was being smart. She couldn't pay her bills. And then I was getting ready to move over here. So it was like, she was like, you might as well move in with me and we make this. I'm like, you know what? I do like you a lot. I love you, really. I want this to work for forever. I do it.
He say for forever.
Yeah, that time, that's how I was feeling. But whenever Journey got that shit, rocked everything. And the relationship, whenever I felt like I had to choose between my daughter and her, I chose my daughter because that's my blood. And that relationship, exactly. I thought about that. Like, what if you break up with me 2 weeks from now? That's still my daughter.
And now you done created a little girl who gonna be damaged because daddy wasn't there. Because at the end of the day, all people want their mothers and fathers. Grown people still yearn for their mothers and fathers. Both of mine are deceased, but I still look back and think, what if my mom was here? What would she say? You know, or what if I could talk to my dad about this situation? You know, and it's natural for us to want our caregivers because your mom and your dad is supposed to protect and care for you to the day you die. You know, and it just is until they die because parents shouldn't bury their kids, so to speak. And, you know, but we have to just learn how to communicate. Learn how to communicate and learn how to deal with each other, or just don't have kids by each other. You know?
In real life. Hello?
To keep them kids together. It's probably one of his
Hello?
baby mamas calling now, y'all. Who calling
Studio?
you, DG?
Where
See
you
how
at?
busy he is. You're always busy.
Oh, I'm here. I'm inside. I was recording. You want to come see it? Yeah, come on. Pull back up. We right here.
I thought I heard somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, come pull up. I was in recording. All right, yeah. You can come back around now. I can open the door for you. All right. Dope Nation, it was dope. We gone.
We out.